Evening and welcome to the November 23rd meeting of the Board of Selectmen. If you'd all rise to the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Again, good evening. Would like to entertain a motion to add to the first piece of this agenda to appoint a chairman pro tem.
So moved. Second.
So I would open the floor to nominations.
I will move that Dennis take
It
the
doesn't make sense that we do this, but
appointment. I move that nominations close.
okay. So we have a motion and a second and a nomination and a second, and we're closing nominations. All those in favor? All right, so all those in favor of me running the meeting? Opposed? All right, so we'll get on with the rest of the business. That, I think, takes care of the legal piece of this. We do have an appointment this evening, which is a public hearing. This is a public hearing to entertain the municipality awarding or at least approving a liquor license for a new establishment. Name of the establishment is Woody's Sports Grill, to be located on the West Road, I believe in the former property that was the property that was formerly run as Sully's Pub and Grill. It's for a full-time malt, spirituous, and vinous liquor license. That would mean that you can serve liquor, beer, and wine.
Thanks for interpreting.
Any comments from the general public? That is what we're here for tonight. I guess you could at least explain what we're doing, right, Corey?
My name is Corey Whitsom. I am the owner of 199 Secocas Seafood and Steak. I had an opportunity to expand my business to the West Road, formerly Sully's, and that is exactly what I'm doing. I am expanding the business that I currently run. It is a different name. It is called Woody's Sports Grill. My last name is Whitsom. My friends refer to me as Woody, so that's where the Woody's comes from. It is called Woody's Sports Grill, not Woody's Sports Pub, not Woody's Sports Bar for a reason. We pride ourselves at 199 Secocas in quality food, service, and cocktails to complement our food. And that is what I am looking to do at this place. So people do have their preconceived notions as far as what I'm going to be over there, and that, as far as what I'm concerned, is just a preconceived notion. When they come to my new establishment, they'll see exactly how I operate my business. I will not operate this business any different as I do now. So if anybody has any questions in regards to the new place or the place I currently run, which we have some exciting things going on over there as well. The landlords are putting in a new paved parking lot, which is really going to help our curb appeal over there. And we got a new menu coming out. I've got a new chef on board, which he's bringing a lot of energy to the place, which I'm pretty excited. So we got a lot of exciting stuff going on. So
Good.
That's
What's your opening date?
You never know. I hope in the next couple of weeks all goes well.
You're going to be open for the Patriots Monday Night Football game?
Well, we'll see about Mondays. I'm not sure. Monday Night Football doesn't do anything. It's no good on the East Coast. It's only good on the West Coast. It's too late. Nobody goes out at 8:30 at night to go watch a game, you know? And I'm not staying there till 12:30 to finish up so 6 guys can watch a game. So, but Sundays for sure, absolutely. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty cool atmosphere in there. A lot of the investment is into the high def TVs and surround sound in there. to really give you the sports feeling in there, and some good food to complement that as well. So
How many televisions you plan on having?
to start 6.
6?
Yeah, to start. Yeah, yeah. Which
These are all a big widescreen?
yeah, I'll have a 55 to 60-inch widescreen for the main dining room. I mean, it's pretty tight in there. It's pretty small. So anything bigger than that would be a little overdoing it. But we'll have multiple TVs. So I want to invest in the NFL package for next season. I will not be doing that this season. DirecTV won't prorate it. Now, if I open in the next couple of weeks, I'll have 3 weeks left, and they won't give me a discount or prorate it or anything. So, like threatening them to go into cable didn't really cut it for them. So, they won't do it. But I don't know if it's worth it because it's all based on your occupancy. They want a copy of your occupancy permit, and that's how they charge you for the DirecTV NFL package and
seats
stuff
you
like
have.
that. How many seats you have exactly? So it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. But hopefully we can bring that into next season. But all the playoff games are all advertised, are all broadcasted on the local networks anyway. So we'll have all those. So
Pretty much the same menu that you had
Um,
at 199, or?
a lot of the bulk items that we do, we'll continue to do. But we're not going to do all the same stuff. We're not going to incorporate all the seafood and all the sautés that we do and all the steaks. But we're going to continue to make, some of our signature items, our tenders and our homemade blue cheese and stuff like that, But we've got a couple other items that we're going to throw out there and be a little different. But there's definitely going to be some things that you're going to be able to associate the two places, for sure. So.
We've heard through
Any-
the grapevine that there's going to be like 10 different types of wings.
We're going to have, not 10, I'm not going to that far. We're going to have probably, right now, we have six different types of sauces that we're going to have for our wings and whatnot. So it's going to be more of, pub-style food, sandwiches and apps and stuff like that. But we're still going to run our special board, which is, a big part of our business over at 199 Secaucus is our special board. And those are specialty items, and we're going to incorporate that over here as well. So you're still going to get, entree-style food as well, but not to the full extent that we do over here. So.
Any other questions? Questions from the folks in the gallery here?
Everything as far as the code enforcement is up to snuff, right?
They came and did the fire inspection today, and that was all good. I mean, she just put an addition, she had just put an addition on that place, and everything had to be up to code on that. So, bathroom facilities and fire extinguishers and exit signs and all that stuff is all there. So.
Anything else?
Nope.
Entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? All right, we will move along with our agenda. Hearing delegation, I'd like to recognize Aaron Libby, who's our, I guess, representative-elect, right? Until next week or something of that nature? I don't know if you want to say anything, Aaron, or give you the
Well,
spotlight
basically,
there.
if there's any questions at this time, really, nothing's been going on official. Like I said, I'm still representative-elect, and that'll be December 1st, next Wednesday. And after that, that's when we'll do the
Good.
sworn in. So unless you have any questions, I don't have anything.
No,
Just
we
been doing a
just
few
want to
different.
wish you a lot of luck and
Thank you.
work hard, and we'll have more than, I'm sure a lot of questions as the year goes on. but-
What
Good.
position do you have in Governor-elect LePage's transition team?
I am not part of the transition team, no. Been busy on my own, so.
Do you have any particular special interest in committee appointments?
I'm going to put all my eggs in one basket and get an ag committee. I think that's where I'd be best served for the state of Maine. I think agriculture is extremely important for the state of Maine, both economically and just for lifestyle altogether. No farms equals no food, so I think it's extremely crucial to have farming to continue in this in Maine. And I've been there many generations of farming, so that's what I've been personally involved with and very passionate about it, and going to try very hard to get on that committee. So.
Now, will that, do you figure that to be competitive, or is that something you've got to go out and kind of knock on a few doors to see if you can get appointed to that?
Well,
or-
I thought it wasn't as one of the more competitive ones, but I mean, I think that goes from year to year. It depends on, who's there, from last time and that kind of things. As being a freshman representative, all I can do is just plead my case of why I think that I, deserve to be on there and what the powers to be to make that decision. So, but we'll see. I think I have the tools for it and the passion for it, but ultimately the choice is not mine. So,
Well, again, wish you luck, and
well, thank you.
so it's a thankless job. So, have fun.
Well, thank you.
I'm sure you'll get to know the road to Augusta. All right, I don't see any correspondence. Town administrator is out ill this evening. Anything from the selectmen's reports?
Took a visit down to the Oak Street, Hemlock Street area, and that project down there of the installation of drainage pipes and so forth is coming along very well. Hopefully, it will take care of the water situation that's down there and give some relief to those residents. But I know that Doug and the road commissioner have been down there, every single day from dusk till dawn with the flaggers, and they've been hauling all kinds of stuff. If anybody had taken the old Alfred Road within the last few days, they've probably been subject to some very minor delays and some rerouting through Friendship Park to accommodate the paving crews and so forth that were taking care of the ditch that had been cut across the old Alfred Road. But they're well on to Hemlock now, and from all I can tell from the people down there, they're pleased.
Good. Anything else from the board? Committee reports, EMA. Pam?
You guys all want one, or you don't want any more paper?
All set.
I have copies. Good evening. This is from September to November 2010. On November 3rd, I finished my year-long term as the National President for the International Association of Emergency Managers. Thank God. I have 1 year remaining on my IAEM Global Board position. I'm into my second term as the Maine Association of Local Emergency Managers as the state president for Malem. I just started my 8th year on the board of the York County Firefighter Association. I attended 2 meetings as the local emergency manager on the National Preparedness Task Force in Washington, and we just submitted our report to Congress, so hopefully there'll be some good changes for local emergency managers at the local level. We'll see. I've attended several of the Waterboro Board of Selectmen's weekly meetings for a total of roughly 15 hours. I met with Fred and the Road Review Committee on Waterboro's mitigation plan. I met with the FEMA rep to go over the pending road projects from our February storm. I've updated the Waterboro Emergency Operations Plan, and David, I have to give you a copy, and we have to go through the training in your spare time. I attended the York County EMA meetings for local emergency managers. I taught a class at the State CERT Jamboree back in September. I've completed my weekly Sunday surveys of Waterboro. I go out every Sunday morning and just check what's going on. I participated in 2 exercises as the emergency manager evaluator for 2 EOC operations. I monitored the several windstorms that we've had recently. I attended an infectious disease conference. That was fun. I'm part of the planning group for next spring's 2-day Maine Prepares conference up in Augusta. And as the time gets closer, I think it's something you should all go to, so I'll be hounding you. I spoke about emergency management at the annual Massachusetts Maritime Academy's Emergency Management Program. I'm on their advisory board, and I go down and just talk about what a local emergency manager does and how the profession has progressed along the years. I just finished submitting the 2010 EMPG, the Emergency Management Performance Grant request, so that I can be reimbursed half of my $2,900. So the town should be able to get back up to $1,450. It comes sporadically as I put in for things. I'll get reimbursement back at 50%. I've had 2 local people offer to take the next CERT class, so that if we have to have a shelter open, they'd be willing to come in and help me in the shelter. It normally looks like we use the Waterboro Middle School as a regional shelter, because I know our people don't want to go down to Saco. And I've sort of said that adamantly, that we're not going to go. So if we have to provide a shelter here, I just need to make sure I have people that are willing to operate it, so that the Red Cross will still pick up the funding. And I attended the normal Partnership for Healthier Communities, which is put on by Goodall Hospital. And they're always looking for business partners from Waterboro that would like to participate in the Healthier Communities projects. They get into just being healthy and walking, and so they're always looking for partners, whether it be the town hall, or if you'd just like to participate, just get in touch with me and I can bring you back literature. Questions?
What was that you mentioned, Pam, about encouraging us to go to Augusta for?
Maine Prepares, it's a 2-day conference on preparedness. There's public officials information, there's information on elderly, there's information on functional needs, not called special needs anymore, it's more called functional needs. So there's just a lot of breakout sessions that will just update people. Unless you've been through a disaster, a lot of public officials just don't know. So it's more to just get everybody in line.
And when is it? Is there a date?
It's April 28th and 29th, or 29th and the 30th. It's Thursday, Friday of the last week of April. 2 days. And right now, I believe the cost will be $25 for both days, but I'll get back to you. And my budget can pick it up. Anything else, gentlemen?
I'm curious, when you mentioned the shelter,
Yeah?
by any chance, is there federal monies available? I'm trying to think ahead here I know that the library wants a community room as part of that, and whether or not that they could incorporate a piece in the grant application where that could be used as alternately as a site for people during times of an emergency. And
That would make the most sense that this town has ever thought of doing, absolutely, more than a school, is to have something that's going to, that's why it was when I first used to ask Jack, are we doing just a library, or if you're talking community center as well? Most community centers now in the state and across the country are used as shelters, which means there are showers, there are generators, there are little kitchenettes to incorporate in case you need it as an overnight shelter. There is still funding available, depending on how it's written. But, like the EMPG grants have just closed. The Homeland Security grants are closing. But this year, a lot of money is being geared to narrowband radios. Right now, that's the buzzword. So we were told, basically, don't put in for anything unless it's going to be radios, because that's where all the money is going this year. Now, in the future, if we could add, the problem is there are so many grants out there. It's not like it's just Homeland Security or Emergency Management Performance Grant. I believe on any given day, there could be 85 different grants. But you've just got to make sure you word it correctly. And if we were in the building phase of a new library where you said, well, we would like it to be a community center, not just a library used as, but a community center, then you have the potential for requesting an additional allotment to get that in, because it'll be used as and again, you can do it, the buzzword again is regional. So if we were to say the Waterboro Public Library and Community Center, which could be used as a regional shelter if need be, and say we would need to have an additional $80,000, $100,000 in order to incorporate a 60 by 80 room with generator, at least a male shower and female shower.
Well, it's my understanding that the grant that we already have from the government, that 500,000, is contingent upon that having a community center. So-
That was my understanding to begin with, but
so
that's
this-
not a
this would be-
grant.
This would be, yeah, but this would be a grant in addition to, they've already got the room planned, all they'd have to do is add on the kitchens and stuff. So I'm just
And
curious as, if there's money there available.
And again, it depends on, every day people are turning back money because they don't have the matching funds. The economy has changed that people can't afford to even put in now, and people that have put in are turning back.
So these grants that you're talking about have that string attached to it then?
They can have that string attached, but you might have people that were awarded a grant in 2008 that haven't actually begun their project yet because they haven't been able to acquire the funds to do the 10% match. So if you've got $80,000 and you want just, some people can't afford $8,000, and that's just the way it's going right now. So you have to be very careful when it's written to say, the stipulation is, when is the start date going to actually be? So that, but my understanding is that $500,000 was an earmark. And an earmark none of them have been passed yet. So that's not definite. To my knowledge is right now the earmarks have not been passed. That's what's being debated right now. Unless that was an earmark from last year.
No, I think it's, there's a couple of things. One thing, it's tied on to some major road and transportation bill.
Yes, it is.
So, but on the other hand, the question is as far as earmarks in the new Congress, as to whether they cut the earmarks that are already attached, or whether they say, okay, no more. These are grandfathered, but next year's are not.
Right, and right now, that's what's trying to be defined, because they haven't been grandfathered yet, but they haven't said, no, we're not gonna fund them as of yet. So it's a very fine line, and until we know what's going on, the resolution right now could go until April of next year, is what I've been told by staffers when I was in Washington. Now, next week, I have a one-day meeting in Phoenix, Arizona, on Wednesday. Of course, I have to go on Tuesday and come home on Thursday. But hopefully, I'll have more information about that. Because, that $500,000 is a good earmark, but they're just right now very sketchy about whether they're going to continue them or even allow what's already gone in. It just depends on the flavor of the day, unfortunately.
What's the weather like in Phoenix right now?
That's why she's going a day early and coming back a day later.
My
Because it's
meeting's
90
at 7 in the
degrees.
morning. I've got to get there the day before.
Anything else, Pam?
On December 11th, gentlemen, we're having an EOC training class at your county EMA. It's a class that's being put on. It's actually a pilot, and if it goes well, it will be taught across the country. And it's for EOC operations in a rural community. So we're going to be piloting it, and you're all welcome to come. If you want to, just let me know. It's from 8 to 4. It's an all-day, 8-hour class on how to operate an EOC. And if anybody wants to come into town, they're welcome to call me, and you're more than welcome to come. Once it's been taught, then I'll be able to teach it across the country.
What's an EOC?
Emergency Operations Center.
Oh.
Sorry,
Okay. I was wondering if they want to come, if they didn't know what it was.
thank you. Emergency Operations Center
You said it was the last Thursday and Friday of April?
of April for
Okay,
Maine
that's-
Prepares for
That's
the
the
conference.
28th, 29th then?
Yes. Thank you, 28th and 29th, David.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else, gentlemen?
Any other questions? Thank you.
Happy
Pam.
Thanksgiving.
Same to you. Sheriff is not with us this evening. It's his day off. And Chief Orrs had sent out an update. I'm not sure that, I think everybody's got a copy of it, but just a couple of highlights. The department is partnered with Seacoast Career Schools for 3 interns, helping with office work, phone calls, et cetera. They're working 48 hours a week at no cost to the town of Waterboro. Kind of supplements the students that are here as well from Southern Maine Community College. As you know, at town meeting, we did approve funding in the capital arena to do a comprehensive study of the fire department, and that's well on its way. Deputy Chief Bennett and 3 other personnel attended an EMS conference at the Samoset. I'm not sure when the conference was, but in the past couple of months anyway. And Lieutenant Frazier is working on completing EMT, intermediate course. Coverage costs will go up, as some of you know. We cover 24/7 at the fire station. Part of that is through a per diem process where people come in and we literally pay them by the hour. But part of it is also covered by students out of Southern Maine Community College that are in the fire protection and emergency medical services. They'll naturally be taking holiday breaks, so we will have to backfill during the holidays with our per diem folks. So the cost will go up a bit during that period of time, but I believe Matt has that in his budget to do that. Just an aside, the members of the Waterboro Fire Department donated over $500 to help support the 2010 Christmas for families in Waterboro. Also donating 2 baskets for Thanksgiving. And on November 28th, for those that are interested, starting at 3, there'll be an open house at the Waterboro Fire Department Central Station, decorating and pictures with Santa for the kids. It'll be decorating at Christmas with Christmas lights, and the big event, I guess, is at 5 p.m. when they turn those on. So just an update from Chief Boers. That being said, I think that concludes the reports. Anybody have anything else?
We don't have it down here on the on reports, but I think it might be appropriate to get an update on transfer station and the work on the new compactor. I don't believe it's on the agenda, but I saw Clint come in, so I
Clint's
thought maybe
here.
this would
Clint,
be
you want to
good.
give us a quick 5 minutes? We'll call you the sheriff tonight.
Well, I think
It is time.
you've all seen it. It's quite a hole down there. They've got the hole dug. One of the big cisterns, or whatever you want to call it, that catches the water, that's all in. They were putting the other one in today. And by Monday, they're hoping by next Monday to be pouring their footers. And they'll start putting the rebar in, and it's coming really well. I think it's a little over 1,000 yards we've hauled down back. Good gravel will be probably crushed next year. Other than that, it's looking good.
I think he said at the committee meeting last night that there's a bunch of rebar going in, right? So he's going to be spending some time putting the rebar into the forms. And,
Well, the metal for the whole project is just under 10 ton.
yeah.
So it's a lot of metal. Pretty big stuff.
And just so everybody knows, we're talking about we will be adding a new compactor at the transfer station that will be used exclusively for recyclables. So,
And the compactor has been ordered.
Right.
It's all, purchase order and everything's gone. So,
Have you been taking photographs
yeah.
on that for historical purposes?
I got a real, quite a bunch.
contrary to popular belief, we did not uncover a whole bunch of buried garbage.
There was 2 pieces of metal. I showed them to you.
And we're safe to assume that Jimmy Hoffa wasn't in there?
No, he wasn't.
All right. That all set, John? Give you. All right, new business. First thing is discuss vote to approve liquor license application for Woody's Sports Grill. What's the board's pleasure?
I'll make a motion that we approve the license application.
Second.
Any discussion? Patty, we have your report and Lieutenant Frazier's report, right? So we're all set from that perspective. Any other comments, questions? All those in favor? Opposed? We will sign that off tonight, and I guess you can pick it up from Pam tomorrow. Do we have 2 copies that we gotta sign, or just one? We can sign it now if you wanna dig it out here, well. Well, you dig it out, we'll pass it along the table and sign it, so. When David's got it, you can pick it up, right? Although we get a copy, right?
I'll come get it.
Okay. The next item, discuss vote to sign abatements. We've got a couple of requests in here from Jerry. I think both pretty well explained. We can go get Jerry if anybody's got any questions, but any comments? It is 11:23 and 11:24. And he's got a map attached, so. So what is your pleasure on the abatements, gentlemen? Don't all speak at once.
Well, I haven't had a chance to read it, actually.
Thanks, Patty.
Thank you.
While you're contemplating, Pam, is Tammy Jo coming in tomorrow to sign? Good.
So 1124, it looks like there's a misapplication of size.
Yeah, I think they both are in that same category.
Well, I'll go on with Jerry's recommendation that it be corrected and make a motion to that effect.
For both of them?
Yes.
Have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? You get to sign the little book. All right. Approve administrative assistant to the town administrator job description. I don't know if everybody's had an opportunity to review that. I think it's pretty much as we discussed on numerous occasions. What is your,
I'll make a motion that we accept the job description as currently written.
Second.
any discussion? All those in favor? Okay. All right, moving along, I think we've got 2 or 3 items here that really depended on Nancy being here. Item 4, which is a budget schedule, which she was preparing. So I think we need to bring that back next week. And I know we got a workshop next week, but I think we can take the few minutes for her to present that. Holiday schedule for town departments. I'm presuming that that talks about over the holiday period, but I think Pam mentioned tonight that town office is closed Friday, but we presume that the normal day of operation at the transfer station, but I don't think we've closed the transfer station the day after Thanksgiving, have we? No. So we would normally be open that day, and so that's not a scheduled day off, right?
Oh, Thanksgiving will stay the same. And then we were asked about Christmas, so,
Okay,
yeah.
we need to, I think we all need to huddle on Christmas, because again, it was, I think Nancy was trying to, and that's kind of where we were headed. Well, we'll push it off till next week, but Pam did mention the transfer station, but I don't recall that we've ever closed the day after Thanksgiving, right? So, even though the town office is closed. So whatever we need to do from a Christmas perspective, I think we'll sort that out next week. And then, I think there was the issue of the staff holiday gathering. I know we've done a couple things in the past, one probably more exorbitant than other times, but, so maybe we need to, Tammy Jo and Nancy here, at least talk about, I think what we did earlier this year with, the folks, when we had the Appreciation Day, went very, very well, and maybe we could look at doing something in that vein rather than to try to huddle at a restaurant or something of that nature. So I think we need to take those 3 items to next week if you guys are okay with that.
Yep.
Pam just kind of plugged that into, and you've got stuff right anyway going. No old business scheduled for tonight. Warrants and bills for payroll need to be signed, so someone would like to make a motion.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor? Also, the minutes of 11:16.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Pending decisions, we're still waiting on the medical marijuana ordinance update that's being worked. I think we got to bring that to some closure fairly quickly because we had 6 months, I think, that was the date. Public service announcements. Week's action list is pretty quiet. We need to sign a liquor license, and Pam's got to get them a copy.
Could we go back to the public service?
Sure can.
What do we need for committees now, for members? Are we still lacking some?
Yeah, planning board and
The, yeah,
public safety.
and we're a couple short on the finance committee.
Yeah, and Tom and I have talked about, I think we're one short on the 2020 committee, and he and I and, Sandy are gonna try to get together with David, probably late some afternoon before the end of the office closes, and see if we can at least kind of storyboard through what we wanna talk about from a comprehensive plan committee. We might be able to build off from that if we want to put planning board into that as well, but, because it's all relative to planning, but, so I guess I'll take that with, and talk to Tim anyway, because he's the chair, and see if they want to participate. Yeah, so we just really need to kind of, talk them to death. We need to get them done, right? You all set on that, David?
Yeah, thank you.
Week's action list, I think we're all set, right, Pam? Agenda items for next week, we do have a workshop, just for anybody's interest, between the Board of Selectmen, the EDC, the Planning Board, and the Comprehensive Planning Committee. And that really, the intent of that is to try to get everybody, maybe not marching in the same direction, but at least agreeing that we're all, looking towards the future of the town. And even though everybody has a little bit of a parochial view of what that's going to be, we need to pull everybody together so that we at least understand what everybody else is doing, right? We do have a license review. It's not a public hearing, right?
No.
So we'll have to, the Lions bingo license is up. We have the Efficiency Maine contracted PACE contract to do, and the damn gates update, right? So put those on there. I guess they're already on the agenda for next week. So, anything else? We'll move on. Items needing signatures, warrants and bills for payroll, the minutes of 11/16, and the liquor license for Woody's Sports Grill. I keep wanting to call it something else, but it is Sports Grill, right? Reminders, the ever-popular cribbage tournament will be held at 8:30 a.m. Saturday morning at the Waterboro Town Hall. Board of Selectmen's meeting will start here next week at 6 p.m. And the workshop scheduled for 6:30. And the workshop will be the EDC, Planning Board, 2020 Committee, and the Board of Selectmen. I think that's it for reminders.
The ever-popular high-stakes cribbage tournament.
Yes, yes. I'm not sure that there is gambling involved.
I'm not sure that there is
Ego,
either,
there's ego
Yeah.
involved.
I think they drink a lot of coffee.
but I don't think the house is making a profit, so we're okay.
I think that is it. So I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Thank you.